Hey guys, welcome back to the Peyton Project. As you already know, I've completed my trip to Newfoundland and it has taken me weeks to edit the final video. I never actually made an intro clip, I just left and then started recording what I was doing. So essentially, now that the video is done, it's your turn to experience Newfoundland. I've just set up for car camping. I'll give you a little inside scoop to my home for the next 2 weeks. Currently the inside of my car, my bed is set up and goes into the trunk, and then these get set up on the windows at night. Honestly, it's kind of comfortable. Bonjour, je suis au Quebec. I'm getting gas. I'm just stopping in a small little town. We're gonna keep going to Drummondville. I might sleep there for the night. Kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm really tired, I'm gonna stay. And if I'm not, I'm probably gonna keep pushing forward because the further we get tonight, the easier it will be for the next 2 days before I get on a ferry to Newfoundland. Good morning. I'm at the Walmart in Edmundston. State of my bed after last night. I did not sleep well. Hopefully I sleep a little bit better tonight. Yesterday I did 10.5 hours of driving from Ontario to New Brunswick, where I stayed in Edmundston overnight. It's currently where I am. I'm sitting on the walking bridge and it is beautiful. Sunrise right at the beginning of the bridge, sunset right at the end of the bridge. I came here last night before I stopped to sleep and the bridge actually lights up at night. Here are some pictures that I took. Moving forward, I'm going to La Dune de Bouctouche, and then I will be checking out some other small tourist attractions and taking a little bit easier of a day because 10.5 hours of driving yesterday was exhausting. Not only that, but I barely slept last night, so I've already got my coffee as always, and I will be pushing through today, but taking a little bit easier of a drive. That way I don't tire myself out too early in the trip. Tim Hortons chocolate croissants are very hard to find these days. So 10 out of 10 for Edmundston having these. While I have my snack break, there are so many different walking trails in Edmundston that you could spend a couple days here just walking around the area, enjoying the views and the water, but I only really spend a day in each spot, so I won't be here any longer. However, there are so many things to do in this area that you could stay for a long time if you wanted to. Like I said, I don't stay in places long, so let's get to La Dune de Bouctouche. Pit stop, look at these. Wow, I literally don't have anything to say, but wow. Caterpillar. The little painted rock snake leading all the way down to the falls. Finally made it to the ocean, and the first spot is La Dune de Bouctouche, a big boardwalk along the ocean. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my god, I was just taking pictures and my phone fell all the way down there. I just had to jump over the fence and get it back out. I'm so glad I could get it out though. If there was water there, I would have died. There are no words to express how beautiful this place is. So the trail is a long boardwalk that goes all the way to the end, and throughout the entire trail there's a lot of different stairs that go down to the beach, so you can just walk on the boardwalk and not get your feet sandy, or if you want, you can actually go down and touch the water. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Prime example, at the end of the boardwalk there's stairs that go down, and then you can walk as long down the beach as you would like. I don't know if you can see it, but if I can zoom in, there's land on the other side, and that is officially on the beach at the ocean. I'm so happy to be here. Oh my God. It is so beautiful. It's so sunny. It is a perfect day to be here. I literally could not ask for anything more than this. Coming in June, it's not super touristy because it's not warm enough to swim yet, but it is warm enough to walk around clearly in a tank top. There's literally no better time to come because you can still enjoy everything without there being so many people at all the tourist attractions. The one thing you must always do on the ocean is collect shells. So I got 4 from this place because I will be on the ocean a lot, and if I took home like a kilogram bag of shells, I think there'd be a problem, a big problem. So I've got this big mama, nice white typical shell. Got one with a little bit of brown on the edges, kind of cute, kind of different. The little petite baby. And finally, this one. It's got a little bit of blue, a little bit of brown, and it's medium sized. I think I'm gonna put a bunch in a big vase one day and have it in my bathroom. I've always wanted a beach bathroom, so my original collected shells will be in my beach bathroom one day. Found a trail in the woods. The boardwalk goes down the back at some spot, so I'm currently just walking through this trail. No clue where it goes, but it's really pretty in here. There's 2 ways. This way goes to a pavilion where you can have lunch, and then that way continues going to the entrance. At the end, there's a stairway to a tower. This is supposed to be an easy day, so I'm just gonna go around the area and see what else I can find. I ended up finding the Irving Arboretum in Bouctouche, so I'm going to explore that now. I have no clue what to expect. We will see, won't we? A gravestone for Mr. Irving himself. This happens pretty commonly when I'm on trips, but I walked in, I looked at it on the maps and it looks like a long freaking walk through the forest, and that's not exactly what I want to be doing right now, so I'm walking right back out. I'm gonna sit and pretend that everything is always sunshine and rainbows on my trips. Basically anything that can come up on my car is coming up on my car. It is currently Sunday and there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm gonna keep driving and pray that nothing bad happens. But I'm not gonna lie, it is very stressful. So being fully transparent, this trip is awesome, but there are scary things about doing the trip, especially being so far away from home, so far away from an airport, and so far away from anyone that can help me, especially doing this trip alone. I don't know why the light's doing that, but whatever. I'm currently waiting and letting my car sit for a minute so that I can check the oil. I just got an oil change, so I'd be a little peeved if there was actually a problem with my oil, but it's worth looking. I'm just gonna sit and have a little snack break as usual. This time, animal crackers. It seems to be a continuous thing that animal crackers are always exactly what I need, especially in times of crises like this one. I found a restaurant that's 2 minutes down the road, so I'm gonna drive there. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna eat because that's important, and hopefully clear my mind and keep on keeping on. So I just finished lunch. I got a turkey sandwich, the best turkey sandwich, at a place called, go easy on me here, Le Restaurant La Seguin. And it was phenomenal. I ended up being the only person in there, so service was super fast. I got to pick anywhere, so I sat right at the window and I got this amazing turkey sandwich. You would think something so simple would be kind of basic anywhere, but I don't know what they put in it. That was freaking phenomenal. Need to see the world's biggest lobster. Just finished getting ready in the McDonald's bathroom because I'm sick of trying to do it in my car. Today we're gonna do a couple hikes and see a couple of waterfalls and then stay in North Sydney. For breakfast, I got a chicken McMuffin and a strawberry banana smoothie. The chicken McMuffin is probably one of the most underrated things at McDonald's, but I get it every time and it has always been good. So if you haven't tried one yet, you have to try one now. I'm at the Hemlock Trail in Truro and I'm gonna check out some waterfalls. This is a beautiful trail. There's big hills on either side of me right now, and then in the middle there's a little stream that comes from all of the waterfalls that we're gonna see today. Holy crap, holy, that is a lot of stairs. Yikes. This is now Jacob's Ladder. And yes, I am daring to do these stairs. They're so narrow though. My foot is bigger than the stairs. Also, don't look at the fact that my shoes are not hiking shoes. That's irrelevant. This place is amazing. I am currently like halfway up a mountain or hill, whatever you want to call it, and I can see down into the ravine and then up into another hill or mountain on the other side. Wow, like this place is beautiful. And I'm at the waterfall. There are a lot of stairs, holy moly. Good exercise, I guess, if I've been sitting in the car for 2 days. There's one way to the top of the falls, there's one way to the bottom. Let's check out the bottom first. You can actually go right down the falls, down those stairs. I'm gonna do that. I'm not keeping my phone in the selfie stick because I dropped my phone yesterday, and if I drop it in the water today, I will die. There are so many waterfalls and it is so beautiful in here. This is the second falls I've seen. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more going forward, but I've got a lot of different things to see today, so I think this will probably be my last stop. This is so cool. Look at this cute little lunch spot. As I'm walking, last night I woke up in the middle of the night freezing. I checked the weather in Newfoundland and it's actually colder than it is here, so I'm a little concerned about what to do for sleeping arrangements. My plan is to hopefully go buy a sleeping bag and see if that will help, and if not, I have literally no idea. I did bring a winter jacket even though it's June, so if like worst comes to worst, I'll wear the winter jacket. I am at the Usage Band Falls and I'm gonna try to do this walk, but there's already a lot of bugs and I'm a little scared of wildlife, so we'll see how far I can make it in. We'll see how far the trail actually is in the first place. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty intimidating hike. You're right along the water the entire time, which is technically a perfect fishing spot for bears. Hopefully I'm okay. This is definitely not the easiest hike. There are some spots that's nice and smooth, but there are others that are just roots and rocks, and honestly you can't exactly see the trail, you just kind of know where you're going, but it's worth it. I am like in the middle of a cave. It is amazing and it was so worth the hike. This is what I mean by it not always being the easiest trail. It does not make it any less beautiful though. Like this part here. It's muddy too, which makes it worse. Oh. And then all these. Not gonna lie, I am scared of bears. And this is the happiest I have ever been to see a parking lot in my life. I can't see it from the trail, but I can see it through the trees, and that is good enough for me. So here, there are multiple places that you can go. I just followed the shortest path to the falls and back down. However, you could do a little bit longer of a loop or a very long loop, depending on how you're feeling. I just got back from the hike and I am so exhilarated. Not only did I just see a gorgeous waterfall, but I did it alone, and I did it alone for my first time ever. I am scared shitless when I go hiking, even if I'm with someone, just because there's animals and that terrifies me. But I decided that this year is the year I have to grow up, and if I really want to see some beautiful things, I'm gonna have to rough it. So I did bring my bear spray. I had my knife in my pocket the whole time, but that doesn't matter because I did it. I'm so proud of myself. It might be stupid to hike in the woods alone, but I just saw a freaking awesome waterfall, and that was the coolest thing I have done on this entire trip. I'm so happy that I just did that. While I seem all tough and brave and excited right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did sing country music out loud the entire time. And when I say country music, I mean the same single line that I could remember, because I thought that making noise would scare the animals away, and that's just the way it goes. Now I'm gonna go north to Sydney, and then I wake up and I take the ferry to Newfoundland tomorrow. Once again, I am at the ocean. Today has been a ridiculously long day. I'm just exhausted. I was gonna check out a couple other things in Sydney on the Cape Breton Island, but it is like an extra 20 or 30 minutes of driving each way, and to be completely honest, I do not feel like driving anymore. So I'm currently at Florence Beach, where I will be spending the rest of the day. The wind is blowing my hair everywhere, but I found a really nice spot to sit on the beach. I got a log. I really want to see a whale. I didn't see one last year. I've actually never seen one in my life. I would really like to see a whale. So, fingers crossed. Am I supposed to stay here for the next day waiting for a whale to come by? Like, let's be real, that's not happening. But I would like to see a whale. At least one day. I still have 2 weeks, so I might see a whale. Tightrope walking. Used to be in gymnastics, you'd think I would be good at this by now. I blame the wind in the back for not being completely unbalanced. Like a chick, like a treat. I'm setting up my car, but look at the sunset right now.